Good morning, students of class 9. You're welcome back to the e-classes now. Let us do our lesson in geography, the climate we are doing. And we have reached distribution of rainfall. We have already learned the advancing monsoon, retreating monsoon. And now we'll go to the next one, distribution of rainfall in India. So now there are altogether 7 points. So we'll learn one by one. Parts of western coast, parts of the western coast of our country, that is on the western side, that is on Mumbai, Goa side. Parts of the western coast, that is windward side of the western Ghat. The monsoon wind will face, when they blow, they will strike the western Ghat, that is the windward side of the western Ghat, and northeastern India, that is in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, eastern and northeastern India receive over 400 centimeters of rainfall annually. Annually means yearly. Every year, annually. So these two areas, especially the Assam areas and the western Ghat, that is on the windward side, they receive above 400 centimeters of rainfall every year, annually. These are the areas of heavy rainfall. Now here, but there are other areas that receive very little rainfall, such as western Rajasthan, some parts of Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. They receive, these areas, these states receive less than 60 centimeter rain yearly, annually. They receive very little rain, 60 centimeter rain annually in these areas. Here is area of heavy rainfall, here is an area of scanty rainfall. Rainfall is equally low. There are some other areas also having low rainfall. Rainfall is equally low in the interior part of Deccan Plateau, because they lie in the leeward side or rain shadow area side of the western Ghat. Because most of the rain they falls on the western side, and the eastern side of the Ghats it is a rain shadow area. Most of the rain has fallen, or the cloud will shed, and this side the cloud will have very little moisture, so there will be rain shadow area. So rainfall is equally low in the interior part of the Deccan Plateau because they lie in the leeward side or the rain shadow area of the western Ghat. So these two areas having less rainfall, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, they receive less than 60 centimeter. Interior part of the Deccan also receive equally less rainfall. And here the third area of low rainfall is around Leh, that is in Jammu and Kashmir. It is around Leh in Jammu and Kashmir. That means in our country these three areas, they receive very little rainfall. One is on the western side, one is in the interior part of the Deccan Plateau, and one is in the north, that is in Jammu Kashmir, where there is Leh. So these three areas receive very little rainfall. And the rest of the country, the rest means other states, the rest of the country or the area receive moderate rainfall. Moderate means medium, not very heavy, not very little. So moderate rainfall other areas receive. So far we have learned heavy rainfall, scanty rainfall, less rainfall, that is in three areas. Gujarat, Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab receive less rainfall, less than 60 centimeter. Interior parts of Deccan as well as Leh in Jammu Kashmir, they receive less rainfall. Now here the rest of the country receive moderate rainfall. Due to the nature of the monsoon, the annual rainfall is highly variable. Variable means there is a difference. It is not the same every year. There is a variable rainfall from year to year. Some years, sometimes it will rain heavily in some years, and in some years there will be less rainfall, or sometimes there will be no rainfall. So in this way, it is the nature of the monsoon is very, very variable. It is changeable. Every time it changes. Every year it changes. It's not the same every month, every year. So it is variable. Due to this variability, As such, areas of high rainfall are liable to be affected by floods. The areas of high rainfall are affected by floods, and the area of low rainfall are drought prone. So it is due to the nature of the monsoon, because it is variable. So the areas of having high rainfall, they will be affected by floods, and the area of having low rainfall, they will be affected by drought or the dryness, or less rainfall, or sometimes no rainfall. That is drought prone. Prone means likelihood, having more chances of becoming dry. So that is drought prone certain areas. So this was for today. In our next class we will continue something forward. So that's all for today. Thank you for your attention as well as your presence. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson in this. So that's all for today. You go through this properly. Pay attention in your classes. You must not get absent for your online classes, whereas you'll miss. So you should go through the book as well at home. Don't just sit idly, or just don't be so careless. You have to build your career. So you need to study, read and write regularly, continuously. Otherwise, you will be deflected from your path of building the career. So you'll get puzzled later on. So that's all for today. You can take the screenshot if you want and copy the notes. Let me bend a little bit so that I can read or take the screenshots. Then you will read in the offline.